Beloved child of the Most High, I come to you now not in whispers, not in riddles, but in thunder. My voice is carried on the winds of heaven, and my sword flashes with urgency. You have only 10 minutes left, 10 minutes in the measure of heaven's time, 10 minutes before this door of opportunity begins to close. Do not dismiss this as a passing message. Do not tell yourself you will come back later. Heaven has chosen this moment, this hour, this exact turning point in your life. The alert has been sounded, the command has gone forth, and now it falls to you to decide whether you will open your heart or harden it. Why 10 minutes? Because heaven works in windows, and windows do not remain open forever. Just as the floodwaters rose in Noah's day when the ark door shut, so too will this moment seal itself when the time has passed. The trumpet is sounding in the Spirit. It is a sound of both mercy and warning. Mercy, because God is giving you one final chance to align with His will. Warning, because if you ignore this, the responsibility will rest on your shoulders alone. Hear me clearly. The Lord does not delight in the destruction of anyone. His heart is mercy. His will is salvation. But He is also holy, and when He speaks, His word demands response. Do you know what it means when I say your alert has arrived? It means that heaven has stopped what it is doing to focus on you. It means your name has been spoken before the throne of God. It means the King of Kings has commanded that you be given one more chance to hear and respond. The hosts of heaven are watching. The angels have drawn near. They are waiting to either release blessing into your life, or to stand back in silence if you refuse. Beloved, this is not about chance. This is divine orchestration. God Himself set this appointment. 10 minutes. In the realm of eternity, 10 minutes is but a blink, yet in your life, it can change everything. 10 minutes is the difference between the foolish virgins who missed the bridegroom and the wise virgins who entered the feast. 10 minutes is the gap between life and death, between regret and rejoicing. Do not waste these minutes. Do not say, tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised. This alert is not about tomorrow, it is about now. Heaven has sounded the alarm. The message has been delivered. The light has been flashed upon your path. What you do next will shape the outcome of your life. If you open your heart, the floodgates of blessing will rush upon you. Peace will cover you. Strength will anchor you. Protection will shield you. If you ignore, heaven will not be to blame. The angels will not be at fault. The responsibility will rest with you alone. That is why I cry with such urgency, do not skip this moment. I am Michael, commander of heaven's armies. I do not come in softness today, but in authority. The Lord has sent me to stand before you and declare this truth. Your alert has arrived. The warning has been sounded. The command has been issued. The time has begun to count down. 10 minutes remain. Do not waste even one. Beloved, this is the opening blast, the trumpet cry before the storm. Heaven is calling you. The Spirit is stirring you. The King is waiting for your answer. The next moments will decide whether you step into blessing or stumble into regret. The countdown has begun. Beloved child of the Eternal One, you have heard the opening blast, the cry that warns of the 10-minute window. But now you must understand what this alert truly is. It is not just a voice in your mind. It is not a mere stirring in your spirit. This alert is the deliberate communication of heaven, an urgent dispatch from the. When a ruler of nations sends an alert, the world stops to listen. When armies sound their sirens, the people respond with haste. But what happens when heaven itself issues an alert? This is more than news. It is prophecy. More than a message, it is command. It is the divine King saying, this moment matters more than you know. Stop everything else, and attend to my voice. The alert is not casual. It is weighty. It is personal. It comes not for the crowd, but for you. God does not send alerts without purpose. Every alert has meaning, and every alert carries eternity in its wings. Why then does heaven sound alarms? 1. To awaken you. Many drift through life asleep, lulled by distractions and routines. Alerts jolt you awake. They break the silence, shake the ground, and force you to recognize that something urgent is happening. 2. To protect you, every alert is heaven's way of steering you away from destruction. Think of Lot in Sodom. Angels came with urgency, commanding him to flee before fire fell. That was an alert, one heeded in time. 3. To align you, alerts come to bring you back into alignment with God's will. Just as a captain sends signals to correct a ship's course before it collides with rocks, heaven sends alerts to keep you from disaster. 4. To bless you, not all alerts come to warn of danger. Some come to prepare you for blessing. God announces breakthroughs before they arrive, so you are ready to receive. This alert carries all these purposes at once. It awakens, it protects, it aligns, and it prepares you for what is about to unfold. The Bible is filled with moments when God sent alerts. A Noah. For 120 years, Noah's building of the ark was an alert to his generation. Few listened, and only 8 were saved. At Jonah and Nineveh, Jonah's cry was a heavenly alert. Yet 40 days and Nineveh shall be overthrown. The people listened, repented, and judgment was averted. A Joseph in Egypt. Through Pharaoh's dream, God issued an alert of famine. Joseph heeded the warning, and an entire nation was saved. A Jesus in Gethsemane. He told his disciples, "Watch and pray, lest you enter into temptation." It was an alert, a call to vigilance. They slept instead, and sorrow overwhelmed them. Every alert is time-sensitive. Those who act find life. Those who ignore bear the weight of their silence. You may ask, how do I know this is real? How do I know this alert is truly for me? Beloved, you know because your spirit is stirring even now. You feel the weight. You sense the urgency. This is not mere coincidence. Heaven's alerts are recognized not with ears alone, but with the soul. When the Spirit of God speaks, something deep inside responds. You feel that this is more than words, it is eternity breaking into time. Why does this alert speak of 10 minutes left? Because heaven's timing is precise. It does not measure by hours of men, but by moments of destiny. This is symbolic of the shortness of time you have before doors close, opportunities pass, and choices harden into consequences. 10 minutes means urgency. 10 minutes means you cannot delay. 10 minutes means that if you do not act now, the window will shift, and you will stand on the outside looking in. Beloved, do not think this is for someone else. Heaven would not thunder in your direction if the alert was not meant for you. This is not accidental. This is not general. This is not vague. This is your moment. Your name is in this alert. Your life is what hangs in the balance. Your choices are the hinge of destiny right now. Do you know whose voice is truly behind this message? It is not mine alone, though I, Michael, cry it aloud. The voice behind the alert is Jesus, the Lamb who died for you, the King who lives for you, the Shepherd who calls you by name. When heaven sounds an alert, it is his heart crying, I want you safe. I want you whole. I want you mine. Every generation is given moments when heaven speaks louder than the noise of earth. This is one of those moments. And when heaven issues such an alert, it means that something is about to shift. Massive changes, unseen storms, great blessings or great trials. You are standing on the edge of such a shift. That is why the alert is loud. That is why it is urgent. That is why heaven commands, open now, do not skip, do not delay. Beloved, the alert is here. Its nature is clear. It is divine, it is urgent, it is personal, and it demands response. You have heard its cry. Now the countdown continues. The question remains, will you act, or will you wait until the moment passes? Beloved child of God, you have heard the trumpet. You have felt the weight of heaven's alert. But now you must understand what is most dangerous in this moment. Delay. Not outright rejection, not open rebellion, simply waiting. For delay is the thief of destiny, the silent destroyer of blessings, the quiet assassin of opportunity. The greatest lie whispered to the human heart is this: You have more time. The enemy does not always tempt you to say no to God. He tempts you to say later. Later feels safe, later feels reasonable, later feels like no decision at all. But to delay is to decide. To postpone is to close the door with your own hand. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring forth. Proverbs 27 verse 1. You are not promised tomorrow. You are not guaranteed another chance. Heaven's alerts do not ring forever. When the trumpet falls silent, when the door closes, when the time expires, your excuses will not matter. Think of Noah's Ark. 4 years, Noah preached, built, and warned. The people delayed. They watched. They mocked. They told themselves there would be time later. But when the flood came, it was not Noah who shut the door, it was God. And once it was shut, no amount of pounding fists or desperate cries could open it again. Delay turned their opportunity into destruction. Jesus himself warned of this. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. Luke 17 verse 26. Beloved, this alert is your ark. Delay is your flood. Each time you delay, your heart grows harder. Each time you silence the stirring of the Spirit, it becomes easier to ignore next time. Soon the voice that once moved you to tears will feel like background noise. Pharaoh delayed again and again when Moses cried, "Let my people go." Each delay hardened him further, until destruction swallowed Egypt. Delay does not leave you neutral, it pushes you further away. Delaying does not only bring danger, it also steals blessing. Many miss their breakthrough, not because God withheld it, but because they hesitated to act when the moment was open. Think of the Israelites on the edge of the Promised Land. God told them to enter, but they delayed in fear. The opportunity passed, and they wandered for 40 years. What could have been theirs in days took decades, because of delay. What blessing is waiting for you right now, hovering just beyond your hesitation? Do not let it slip into the hands of another. You may say, "I didn't reject God. I just didn't respond yet." But heaven counts delay as disobedience. Heaven sees hesitation as rebellion. This is why I, Michael, cry with urgency, do not skip, do not delay, do not wait. For if you do, you will bear the responsibility alone. Heaven will not be to blame. The angels will not be at fault. The trumpet was sounded, and you heard it. Today, if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts. Hebrews 3 verse 15. Today, not tomorrow. Now, not later. Beloved, delay is a decision. Neutrality is not real. You are either stepping into obedience or stepping back into danger. Every moment you wait, the countdown ticks. Every second of hesitation is a second lost forever. Do not be lulled by the comfort of later, for later may never come. The window is open now, but it will not remain open much longer. I speak not to frighten you, but to awaken you. The danger of delay is greater than you think. It steals your time, your blessing, your sensitivity, your future, and even your eternity. That is why heaven speaks with such urgency. That is why this alert burns with fire. That is why I, Michael, cry with a sword in my hand. Act now. Open now. Respond now. 10 minutes remain. Do not let one of them be wasted. Beloved child of God, hear me clearly now. This message is not a suggestion, not a gentle nudge, not a passing whisper for you to weigh at your leisure. This is a command of heaven. It comes not from the will of man, nor from the imaginations of flesh, but from the throne of Almighty God. There are times when heaven invites. There are times when heaven encourages. But there are also moments, rare, holy, decisive, when heaven commands. This is such a moment. The living God who created heaven and earth does not plead as though he were weak. He commands, for he is Lord. And when he sends forth his command, every angel, every demon, every star in the heavens, every atom in creation bends to obey. I, Michael, am the Archangel of war, commander of heaven's armies. I do not come to negotiate. I do not come to offer options. I come to deliver the King's decree. And his decree is this. Now is the time. Act at once. Do not delay. You may ask, why does heaven speak as a command now, and not as a gentle invitation? Because the hour is too late, the stakes are too high, and the window is too narrow. When Lot lingered in Sodom, angels seized him by the hand and commanded him to leave. Why? Because destruction was imminent. When Israel trembled at Sinai, God thundered not with suggestion but with commandments written in stone. Why? Because his words were not up for debate. When Jesus called Lazarus from the grave, he did not whisper, "If you feel like it, come forth." He commanded, "Lazarus, come out." And the dead man obeyed. So now heaven commands you. Not because God is harsh, but because his love is urgent. Not because he is cruel, but because he knows you do not have time to waste. When heaven commands and you obey, power is released that you cannot comprehend. The Red Sea parted when Moses lifted his staff, because he obeyed God's command. Jericho's walls fell when Israel shouted, because they obeyed God's command. Peter walked on water when he stepped out of the boat, because he obeyed Jesus' command. Miracles are not birthed in human reasoning but in obedience to divine command. You do not need to understand all that heaven is saying. You only need to obey. If you are willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. Isaiah 1 verse 19. Obedience is the key that unlocks blessing. Delay is the lock that seals it away. Do not mistake heaven's mercy for weakness. The same God who commands blessings also commands judgment. Saul was commanded to utterly destroy Amalek, but he delayed and compromised. His disobedience cost him his throne. Jonah was commanded to go to Nineveh, but he ran. His delay landed him in the belly of the great fish. Ananias and Sapphira were commanded to be honest before God, but they lied. Their lives ended in an instant. Beloved, when heaven commands, you cannot remain casual. To ignore the command is to rebel. To delay the command is to resist. And heaven will hold you accountable. Right now, heaven is not merely inviting you, it is commanding you. Commanding you to open your heart. Commanding you to let go of fear. Commanding you to step into obedience. Commanding you to act in faith now. This is not about your comfort, your convenience, or your timing. This is about the eternal clock of heaven. And it is ticking. Beloved, hear my voice. You are not free to ignore this without consequence. Heaven has spoken. The decree has gone forth. And as the Archangel of God, I carry his command with the weight of fire. Do not tremble in fear alone, tremble with hope. For those who obey the command of heaven will see wonders beyond imagining. And when Abraham obeyed God's command to leave his homeland, he became the father of nations. When Mary obeyed God's command to bear his son, she became blessed among women. When the disciples obeyed Jesus' command to cast their nets, their boats nearly sank with the catch. The command of heaven is not to burden you, it is to lift you. It is not to crush you, it is to crown you. Obedience is the pathway to blessing, and blessing is waiting just beyond your yes. As I stand before you now, I hold in my hand the flaming sword of the Lord. It is the sword of command. With it, I cut down every excuse, every hesitation, every chain of delay. With it, I draw a line between obedience and disobedience, between blessing and loss, between safety and danger. This sword has been drawn for your sake. Do not stand on the wrong side of it. Beloved, this is heaven's command to you now. Act immediately. Respond fully. Obey without delay. 10 minutes remain. The command is clear. You will either obey and step into blessing, or resist and bear the weight yourself. The command has been given. The decision is now yours. Beloved child of God, the countdown has reached its final moments. The 10 minutes, the warning, the command, all converge now. Heaven's eyes are upon you. The angels stand ready. The throne of God waits for your response. This is not a moment to hesitate, not a moment to doubt, not a moment to delay. You have been warned. You have been alerted. You have been commanded. The time for action is now. Do not ignore this. Do not say, later. Later may never come. Every heartbeat is a second closer to the closing of the window. Every moment of hesitation tightens the spiritual countdown. If you act now, you will step into the protection, blessing, and favor of heaven. If you delay, you will bear the responsibility alone. Heaven will not be at fault. The trumpet has sounded. The sword has been lifted. The alert has been delivered. Do you hear the urgency? Do you feel the weight? That is heaven's voice reaching your soul. That is God Himself saying, I will help you, but only if you respond now. Obedience at this moment unlocks a flow of blessings that words cannot contain. Peace where there was fear. A strength where there was weakness. A clarity where there was confusion. Protection where there was danger. God Himself is ready to pour His favor upon you. Archangels are ready to surround you. Your path will shift, your steps will be guided, and your heart will know joy and confidence as never before. This blessing is not hypothetical. It is real. It is waiting. But it will only flow to those who respond immediately. All of heaven leans toward those who obey. Every prayer you make now, every act of surrender, every word of faith becomes a key unlocking doors that seemed closed. This is not just about this life. This is about eternity. To respond now is to step into the plan God has designed for you, where nothing can separate you from His love, where no storm can overwhelm you, where no darkness can touch your soul. Do not underestimate this moment. Do not dismiss this opportunity. Heaven rarely moves with such immediacy. I, Michael, stand with my sword drawn, my wings stretched wide, and my voice echoing through the heavens. I call to you one last time. Open your heart. Step into obedience. Say yes to God now. Do not delay. Do not hesitate. Do not ignore this final call. The time is slipping away. The countdown reaches its final beat. Will you respond before the door closes? Now, receive this blessing. May the Lord cover you with His wings and guard you from every harm. May His Spirit fill your heart with courage, wisdom, and discernment. May His peace, which surpasses all understanding, guard your mind and soul. May your steps be guided, your choices be righteous, and your life bear fruit for His glory. And may the angels of God encamp around you, protecting, guiding, and lifting you in every moment of trial and triumph. As you answer the call, feel the presence of heaven surrounding you. Feel the power of God moving in your life. Feel the love that surpasses every fear, every doubt, every hesitation. Beloved, the final seconds are here. Heaven has spoken. God has commanded. The angels are ready. This moment is yours to seize. Open your heart now. Say yes now. Step into the blessing now. Do not wait. Do not look back. Do not allow delay to steal the favor that is yours. The alert has been sounded, the command has been given, and the window is closing. But if you respond, the blessings of heaven will flow without measure, and your life will never be the same again. Go forward in faith, in obedience, in courage, and in the knowledge that God Himself is with you, now and forevermore. Amen.